The wine hit my shirt before I even finished my sentence. Cabernet, 2009. I smelled it more than I felt it. She screamed before anyone could ask what happened. Assault! He assaulted me! The restaurant hushed. Forks froze mid-air. Phones raised like judgmental eyes. The manager, young, nervous, clueless, signaled someone to call the cops. I didn't flinch, didn't blink. Instead, I pulled my phone from my coat pocket. "Can I send one text?" "Sir, please put your phone down. One text." He hesitated, then nodded. I typed 5 words. Pressed send. The room buzzed in whispers. My ex-wife smirked like she'd just sunk the final knife. Until the back door opened, and he walked in. Tailored charcoal suit. A silent presence more dangerous than any siren. The restaurant's owner, a man known not just for his billions, but for his memory. He looked at her, then at the drink on my shirt. "Let him go," he said. And then, to her, "Ma'am, you just made a grave mistake." She paled, and I finally blanked. Because this was the beginning. She used to call me her safe place. Now she stood across from me, calculating and cruel, as if I were disposable. We had divorced 2 years ago. No fanfare, just signatures and silence. I thought it was over. I moved on, or tried to, until last week. A waitress from the same restaurant slipped me a note. Said she didn't want to get involved, but she comes here often, with a man, calls him her husband. I laughed at first. Denial is loud. But the ache in my gut wouldn't shut up. So I came. I sat 2 tables away. She didn't notice. She laughed like she never laughed with me, twirled her hair, tilted her head, and then she kissed him, and introduced herself as Mrs. Harrington. My last name. Still, even after the divorce, even after the trial where she claimed abuse, where she cried in court, where I lost custody, where her testimony stole years off my life, she wore my name like a trophy and called him her husband. I didn't confront her, not yet. I studied them 3 more nights. Same table, same laugh, same ring. I followed her once, from the restaurant to a hotel. He left first. She lingered in the lobby, scrolling through her phone, smiling, like she won. I called a friend in records, had him pull court transcripts. Her statements didn't match the dates she started seeing this man. Her accusations were fiction, fabricated timelines, well-rehearsed lies. I dug deeper. She'd forged financial documents, lied under oath, claimed bruises that never existed. I remembered the night she first said I hit her. She looked me in the eye and whispered, "No one will believe you." She was right, back then. But truth doesn't expire, and I'd been patient. Every lie left fingerprints. All I needed was a reason to strike. She gave it to me in a wine glass. The billionaire wasn't just a friend. He was my client. My last major contract before the divorce ruined my name. He believed me when others didn't. When I sent that text, I wasn't calling for rescue. I was triggering exposure. He brought the documents with him. Security camera footage, dated receipts, time-stamped photos. He handed them to the manager, quietly, then turned to her. "You framed him, lied in court, lied here." She stammered. I didn't. He's dangerous." We watched everything. She looked at me then, eyes wide, pleading. "Please, just listen to me." I didn't say a word, just stared at her, calm, cold, and watched her realize she was out of moves. The police arrived, confused at first, until the manager handed over the footage, until my client handed over legal documents, until my lawyer, waiting outside, stepped in. She tried to cry, tried to spin the same web, but this time no one stepped into it. Her lover walked in mid-chaos. She reached for him. Tell them what happened. He looked at me, then at the billionaire, then stepped back. Didn't say a word. I leaned in close, just once. You called me a monster. I believed you. That's how deep your poison ran. She sobbed. I turned my back and walked out before the cuffs clicked around her wrists. Outside, the night was still. No wind, no sound. The wine on my shirt had dried, a dark stain against white cotton. I didn't change it, let it show, proof that I bled once, but not anymore. I stood by the curb, watched the lights blur in the street, watched the last of her fall apart behind tinted glass. She thought she'd ended me. She only taught me how to wait. And now she knows what silence sounds like when it turns its back on you. Lies burn slower than truth, but when they catch, they take everything with them.